from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live 10 at 10.
Every year, yeah, kind of a regular. Get bundled up and come sit outside for a couple hours, get a good deal.
There are a variety of Thanksgiving traditions, and shopping is one of them. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Krista Boehm. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. We've barely had time to put the leftovers in the fridge, but Black Friday is already upon us. More Americans are turning down that extra turkey leg, and Valley News Team's Haley Foster shows us those wrapping up in winter gear to make sure they get the best holiday deal.
Black Friday deals started as early as 3 o'clock on Thanksgiving, and studies show that more Americans are saving on shopping. That's according to new research from cashback site Ebates, which discovered that more than half of Americans, 55%, plan to start their holiday shopping early instead of waiting until Black Friday.
Every year, yeah, kind of a regular. Get bundled up and come sit outside for a couple hours, get a good deal.
The study also revealed that more families are modifying their Thanksgiving plans to accommodate shopping. 28% of the population has resorted to eating earlier meals. Joseph Hoffner has been in line at Target since 3 o'clock.
I just get dropped off after we're done eating, so eat kind of early.
He's not even the earliest. The first person in line got there at 9 in the morning. But Hoffner does admit spending 6 hours away from his family in a line can have its downside.
Yep, get picked up and go back and play cards or whatever, socialize.
Okay. So do you think you're kind of missing out on the Thanksgiving experience being here, or how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be with them tonight, so that kind of makes up for it, but yeah, a little bit.
Haley Foster, Valley News Live.
If you're waiting for your Thanksgiving meal to digest and holding off until tomorrow to start your Black Friday adventure, stick with us tonight. We'll have more on why you should keep your phone handy as you shop and some online tips as well. As shoppers prepared to find the best deals, stores were ready for them. 1 in 5 people are working this Thanksgiving holiday. The survey by Career Builder found a 16% increase in the amount of people who said they had to go into the office over the holiday. Here in Fargo, the grocery stores were open, coffee shops were buzzing, and even United Blood Services was staffed for people to donate blood and platelets to those in need.
The consumption doesn't go down even though it's the holiday season. We're just like all the other emergency services that are out there. Somebody has to be doing it.
United Blood Services says about 15 people had come through and donated by the afternoon. Thanksgiving may be almost over, but millions of people will still be traveling for the holiday weekend. Today alone, the Minnesota State Patrol responded to 139 crashes, one of them fatal. The others involving more than 30 injuries. An additional 64 vehicles were found off the road. The American Red Cross has steps you can follow to help make sure you have a safe trip. If your plans do include driving, travelers should check the weather along their route and plan for travel around any storms that may be coming. Everyone should use their seatbelts and no one should drink and drive. Drivers should be well rested and alert and give their full attention to the road. To see the full list, head to valleynewslive.com and click on this story. One person was injured after a fire broke out at a home used as an apartment complex. The call came in around 4:20 this afternoon at 11.5 Street North in Fargo. Heavy smoke was coming from inside, and 2 people were in the basement, and both made it out okay. But one was taken to the hospital for unknown injuries. There was no one else inside the building, and crews say the fire started from a hookah and caused around $25,000 in damages. It was confined to the basement apartment with some light smoke damage to other parts of the building. It was a peaceful Thanksgiving Day in the nation's capital until things took a strange twist when a man draped in an American flag jumped the fence and made it onto the White House grounds. A woman who snapped these photos said she heard the man say, "All right, let's do this," just before he crawled over the fence. He had an American flag draped across his back, and he was carrying a folder. The black gloves appeared to help him scale the newly upgraded fence with sharp metal spikes. Raising his arms in the air after making it over, he was quickly taken into custody. The president and his family were inside at the time. Authorities have identified him as Joseph Caputo. Criminal charges are still pending. The Thanksgiving holiday didn't end the sit-in protests going on at a Minneapolis police precinct. Protesters have been dug in for a few weeks in the wake of the fatal shooting of an unarmed black man by a Minneapolis police officer. Volunteers brought the Thanksgiving holiday to the streets. Demonstrators say many people from within the Minneapolis community donated food, and the demonstrators themselves prepared dishes, and everyone who came out enjoyed a Thanksgiving meal despite the snow and cold temperatures.
I mean, it's kind of like a celebration that we all have as a community, so we can say, okay, this is why we're here. We're building community, we're building each other up.
For many, the donations and volume of people who are still occupying the precinct is a sign of the community coming together and validates their cause. Only about a dozen of the 566 Indian tribes across the country recognize same-sex marriage. The Supreme Court's historic decision on the issue in June does not extend to sovereign nations. But one same-sex couple on a reservation in North Dakota plans to tie the knot. The couple has been in a committed relationship on the Standing Rock Reservation since 2012. They plan on getting married next August. Standing Rock doesn't issue marriage licenses. They leave that up to the county. The MHA Nation grants marriage licenses, and same-sex marriage is not in the tribal code. Chairman Mark Fox was recently elected to bring change to the Mandan, Hidatsa, and Arikara Nation.
That issue might be something that I'll let our people decide. Have a vote and say, do you support having the possibility of same-sex marriage on the reservation? And I'll let them choose.
The couple say they aren't affected by the outcome of an election and are excited about their destiny. There are a few staples when it comes to Thanksgiving: friends, family, and food. But when one Fargo woman found she'd made too much, she decided to open her home and feed total strangers. Brittany Wendinger whipped up Thanksgiving turkey, chicken, mashed potatoes, and all the fixings. Though she had originally planned to be feeding several friends, when those plans fell through, she reached out to area shelters asking if there was anyone in need of a meal. Within 2 days, she had 2 extra mouths to feed.
I mean, it just made sense to me to do it, to find anybody to spend a holiday with. It's not about charitable work, or it's just spending time with people who are people.
Brittany says the men she met were such great guys, she plans on making another meal in a few weeks. For those in the Fargo-Moorhead community who were unable to spend the day with loved ones, they got a special meal. St. Joseph's Catholic Church and Trinity Lutheran Church hosted the free dinner for anyone who was alone on this Thanksgiving holiday. Organizers of the event say the number of those fed was down a bit, from previous years, but the number of people volunteering was up. The traditional meal consisted of turkey, mashed potatoes and gravy, and of course, pumpkin pie.
There's people from all walks of life here, all ages, socioeconomic differences, and it's the community gathered at the end of the day.
St. Joseph's has held the feast for the last 20 years. And if there are holiday events you're taking part in, you can share with them, or you can share them with us on our Facebook page. You can also follow the latest news, weather, and breaking news updates anytime on your feed. Just search Valley News Live, like our page, and you can stay informed throughout the whole day.
Valley News Live 10 at 10 continues with No Wait Weather.
Well, happy Thanksgiving, Krista.
Well, happy Thanksgiving to you, too.
Weather-wise, we really did have a very fortunate bout with weather here. Just a little winter-like, kind of that postcard snow.
I love that moment.
Yeah, not too bad. But there are parts of the country that had some weather struggles. Let's take a look at temperatures, because that'll be our main concern as we head through the overnight. It's already 1 below zero in Williston. Some of the coldest weather of the season on its way to the valley as we go through the overnight. Holding on to 20s out toward the Twin Cities, but the cold air is on its way. Here's a look at the current conditions. Feels like 3 degrees at Hector thanks to a wind at, well, it's under 10 miles per hour, but with temperatures this cold, it doesn't take a lot of wind to have that wind chill. Make sure if you have loved ones that are traveling, you throw that survival kit in the back of the vehicle. You do not want to get stranded off the side of the road with temperatures this cold. Feels like 2 below in Grand Forks with a northwest wind at 5 miles per hour. Air temperatures generally right around 10 degrees for most of our viewing area. 9s for northwest Minnesota. This includes the Roseau area all the way out towards Thief River Falls and Crookston. 9 in Jamestown. 10 for Devil's Lake. A little milder out in Bemidji right now, but not a lot milder. It's 11 there, but 18 in Wadena. These light blue shades you see here, illustrative of some milder weather. With those winds that are right now between 10 and 15 miles per hour, we have wind chills that are actually below zero in a few locations, including Thief River Falls and including Grand Forks. Feels like 7 right now in Valley City. We have that northwest flow with us throughout the day. The cold air we see up in the oil patches heading our way. We have clearing skies for most of our counties in the Red River Valley and points west. Few more clouds lingering off to the east, and that's a result of a major winter weather event. Now, 1 to 3 inches reported in and around the Twin Cities area, with some reports of ice in southwest Minnesota. If your travels take you there over the next 24 hours or so, slippery weather continues to move into Green Bay, where it was raining during the game, but the cold air is moving in now. That's switching over a little bit. Chicago, rain there, but as we get into Iowa, mixed precipitation and quite a mess on the roads with freezing rain, freezing drizzle, and bands of moderate snow. This has been going on in these areas for several hours now. The cold air dives all the way down into the panhandles of Oklahoma and Texas, where icy weather does continue and will continue to persist through our Black Friday. Here is a look at also another part of the world that has some pretty interesting weather going on. Hurricane Sandra, Category 3 storm moving to the north. As we speak, it should make landfall early on Saturday. All right, the north wind continues but dies down substantially overnight. I think from the Red River Valley and points west, a very good chance at 0 to 8 degrees to start off your Black Friday. Holding on to near 10, though, for our eastern counties. Clear skies for everybody, and sunshine with light winds will feel pretty nice. By the time we get to the early afternoon hours, we're looking at good conditions throughout the northern plains. But the winter storm does continue for anyone traveling south or south and east. Flooding rains, freezing rain, and snow continues throughout the day. Into the evening hours, things start to dry up just a little bit. Measurable snowfall for the southern plains, including Kansas, Oklahoma, and the panhandle of Texas, and a good old-fashioned accumulating ice system working its way through that area. 7 in Fargo. If you're shopping early, bundle up. 20 by the midday hour, and it'll feel pretty nice in the afternoon because the winds won't be so bad. Sunset, 4:43, and now look at your hometown forecast. We'll have teens and low 20s in the far north, mid-20s in the central portion, and to the south, maybe a few upper 20s to near 30, including the FM area. Even better on Saturday, sun, and how about 38 degrees? That'll feel wonderful. 42 on Sunday. We'll call that warm. Maybe not a heat wave, but a warm wave. Nonetheless, chance for some flakes in the forecast returning Monday night into Tuesday. And that system looks to nick us from the south. So, again, that storm track keeping us out of the primary target zone for big precipitation.
Hold off as long as we can.
That's right.
Thank you so
and
much.
the leftovers hopefully are abundant.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Thank you, Hutch.
You bet.
Some helpful hints if you plan to take on Black Friday tomorrow. But first, a new flu vaccine aimed at helping seniors.
You're watching Valley News Live on TV, online, and on the go. Always on, wherever you are, whenever you need to know. Valley News Live.